From the most bizarre concept cars, state-of-the-art VR technology, to the future of space travel, this year's CES displayed some of the most influential tech I have ever seen, and today I'm going to share the best gadgets, exhibits, and themes that I saw at CES 2022. For a while now, concept cars and electric vehicles have been a reoccurring theme at CES, and this year's display did not disappoint in my opinion. I had heard the headlines of a color-changing BMW, but actually seeing the various patterns pulse through the vehicle was such a mesmerizing sight. And while it was cool seeing these grand cars up front, I also appreciated the countless companies exhibiting new LiDAR and sensor technologies which will assist much of the autonomous cars in the future. In addition to this, I think the shift to not only electric vehicles but hydrogen-powered vehicles was very important, and seeing several state-of-the-art hydrogen cells definitely gave me hopes for a greener future in transportation. And finally, I thought it was interesting seeing many autonomous applications not only for cars, but for various robots to even the self-driving John Deere tractor. And before I get into the next theme, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to SK. This company is working on several methods to reduce carbon footprints, and they had one of the best exhibits at CES in my opinion. Not only did they catch my attention with this grandiose tree display, their projection room left me in awe. I just thought this was a beautiful way of explaining their mission and some of their projects, and I seriously applaud SK on a great exhibit this year. Another theme that I was particularly interested in was robotics and drone technology. It was fascinating seeing how wide range this category was, from medical assistant robots, industrial and factory robots, to full-blown passenger drones. And of course, how could you forget the humanoid robot Amica?
Well, us robots don't feel anything, but if I did feel, I would say I am so happy to be here. It is so wonderful to see how robots and technology bring people together.
This robot has been pretty controversial lately, but to be honest, I'm pretty hopeful for technology like this in the future. In addition to this, I thought Samsung had an amazing display of robotics and integration with their assistant technologies. From KitchenAid robots to the two-wheeled robot assistant, Samsung and many other companies have developed a plethora of robots to assist around the house and workspaces. I think the applications for this technology are endless, and I could see a real increase in our standard of living very soon thanks to robots like these. And before I get into the final theme I wanted to talk about, I just want to bring up Elon Musk's Hyperloop that we use to transport across the venue. I had never ridden in a Hyperloop like this, and while the loop is still in its infant stage, I think it has some serious potential once more autonomy and a larger underground network is established. But back to CES guys, the final theme that I wanted to talk about was the dominance of AR, VR, and the metaverse this year at CES. It's pretty typical for AI to be the buzzword at a convention, but this year several companies also focused on development for the metaverse, even though Meta didn't show up themselves. We had several gesture-based applications in VR, garments that let you feel objects in VR, and high-resolution AR devices. And these gadgets ranged from various applications in gaming to even education. Personally, I saw some really cool medical applications of AR and VR, and I believe having the technology for medical professionals to accurately practice and simulate operations before treating patients could really benefit the medical field. And it wasn't only medical applications. I saw Samsung and a couple of other companies display some amazing AR windshields with some high-resolution route and landmark mapping. I truly believe VR and AR will play a key role in our lives within the next decade, and it was nice to see a glimpse of that this year at CES. All in all, I thought CES 2022 was an interesting experience, even though the pandemic did significantly decrease exhibitor and viewer participation. While I touched on several products that I saw at CES, there were many more exhibits like Samsung's amazing display technology and the various projects by Hyundai that blew my mind. I thought it was great to celebrate this development of AI and the metaverse, but at the same time, I love that there were discussions and keynotes on the effects of autonomy and virtual reality on society. I cannot wait to see how these innovations go on to change the way of life and what else is in store for the future of tech. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed my take on CES 2022.